What's up, Zach? How's it going, man? Preppy. What's up, D? How's it going, man? I appreciate it, man. Appreciate that. This market just took a dump. This is NASDAQ futures. Go back to about 2008, you'd have caught me wearing that. Pink American Eagle polo with the collar popped. You know the deal. Yo, what it do? We had a bunch of sell side liquidity the market wanted to eat up. We swept. What did we sweep? I had a level marked out that we swept. I got rid of it. I was actually targeting this long because we had a pretty decent setup from the bottom here. Swept Asia. Let's see here. We swept Asia. We had a nice breaker. And then we just had a move higher with a clear draw on liquidity, and I was going to be in this, but I wasn't. I went and had breakfast, and then as soon as I came back, I saw that we were dumping here, so I didn't even get in on the short either. It's all right, though. Why the drop? Because you see all this liquidity right here. Market just wanted to eat that up. It's usually how that works. I don't think I was watching the news. I didn't hear any major news or anything. Because I'm going to start doing this on days that I have class at 11 because I can't stream. I like to get off here by like 10 or 10:30 when I have class at 11. So just to be able to have more time so I'm not cut short. Yeah, this has been a nice little short to get in on if somebody did. A little 58-point drop. Bouncing in a 1 hour gap, I believe, here. Yeah. So we swept London. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a reversal here. But the sucky thing is when we get an elevator down like this, typically it's a staircase back up. So it's slow. Oh, I would have been, yeah, I'd have shut it down if I'd been in on that. Especially if I'd gotten in on the move up first. Not really sure, man. I think it just depends. It depends on what kind of trade deals we can get. Let's see what we got here. Depends on what kind of trade deals we can get. I think that's gonna be very telling about what September wants to do. All right, Isaiah, appreciate it, man. You have a good one. Hope class goes well. Yeah, got an hour and 14 minutes. If we inverted this 4 hour here, that'd be really nice. We'll see what happens. respecting the liquidity sweep? It just did a liquidity sweep. That's what you mean. Now we get the move back up. The move back up here might be what we want to get into. We'll see how we act here. I had to push through these gaps if we do it. It is tempting. What's up, Jay? How's it going, man? Abraham, what's up? Oh, what's up? Yeah, I took out that, was that Asia low or London low? Previous London low. I think I'm going to take a stab at this. I'm going to wait for this 1 minute to close. If we close above this, then I think I'm going to take a stab. We'll see. Be nice to take one and be done. I want to be a little more convinced first here. What else do we have? Yeah, that's a lot of room to the next liquidity level. I think it'll go for London high now, man. I really do. This is NASDAQ futures. Uh, 140. 140 for the Apex activation fee. All right, we got tagged in there. Let's see what happens. Target would be London highs. Be a little bit choppy on the way up here, I think, though. If we can make up the majority of this move, that'd be super nice. No, for the fundeds, 30% consistency rule for the fundeds. Damn, it just completely turned back around. We're in a trade here, guys, so I want to try to focus on this. I'm not going to put up with any bullshit from people coming in here saying shit today. I'm not in the mood for it, so you can get the boot as soon as you start coming in here spreading any sort of negativity. If you got something to say about what your bias is in terms of the trade that I'm in, you can go hop in a live yourself and show us all how big of an expert you are. What's up, Nathan? How's it going, man? Trying, man. Fucking break even yesterday and an L the day before. I need to get a little win here. Need a green day. I missed this trade. That was a very nice little move. No, I wasn't talking about him, bro. The guy who I was talking about was the one earlier. Don't worry about it. I know who I'm talking to. They know who they are. I wasn't talking about him. No, I appreciate that. It's the other guy. I deleted it. You might not have seen it. What up, Blah? Yeah, I'm with you trading. 0-0. I'm with you, bro. We're not going anywhere. We'll let it run. Yeah, yesterday I was break even. Well, -$7. So that was better than down. What were we down? 137 on the first trade, and then break even on the second. Yeah, it's all good though. 5 minis, nice. This is Nasdaq futures. Nice. I haven't even opened it, man. I had a bunch of crap going on this morning, and then hopped on here earlier. I've been pressed trying to. I got a big Japanese exam thing today, so I've been studying for that, and paper I had to write talking about Tiberius and his. Just a bunch of school stuff, man. Bunch of fun. How many PAs have on Apex? Right now I have 14. I'm trying to get 20, man. I've been for like a month, 2 months, something like that. I've been waffling back and forth. 14 is the most I've had so far. I had 12, and then I went down to 6. Now I'm back up to 14. I really would like to have 20. That's the goal. Hey, at least you didn't FOMO into it, Nathan. That's smart, man. I mean, it sucks when that happens, but it's better than FOMOing in and then it kicking back on you, and it was a bad move. I wish I had held it longer. As soon as I hit break even, I was like, all right, I'm just going to hop out and be happy with my break even for the day. But I would have been up. I think I did the math on it, which I probably shouldn't have done. But I would have been up like 400 times 14 fundeds if I had held. It's all good though. I think with school going on, man, my psyche's been a little bit messed up. Haven't been as confident in my trades. Been distracted. No excuse. Just it is what it is. Target is London highs up here at 23,621. Yeah, it's a lot, man. How often do you trade pre-market? Earlier in the summer, man, I used to do it a lot because I had class at 9 a.m. So I would trade the London session pretty frequently, and I had a lot of success with it. So I'm not unfamiliar with it. I actually like the price action. I mean, you get moves like this. You know, that it's not every day, but pretty typical you get something like that. It's not always that extreme, but you get some good moves. I'm with you trading. I'm holding, bro. we gotta push through this 5 minute here. Yeah, do I like London or New York? New York session I think has more volume. Excuse me. New York definitely has more volume. I think you get swifter, cleaner moves typically, not always, but I mean this was a pretty clean move right here. You had a little bit of pullback, but I mean that was virtually straight down. Yeah, I'm with you, Zach. It's tough, man. I'm making it happen, though. Been happy with my progress in the gym, man. I had dropped down a little bit too low in my body weight. I'm past week or two, I've been crushing it back up to where I want to be, so. Pay attention to that. Around 23,592. Yeah, that'd be the tip top of the of this 5 minute. Hopefully we can invert that and just use it as a support level and keep pushing. Nah, Nathan, dude, I had dropped down. 230 is my pretty much my maintenance weight. That's where I kind of hang out. But bro, I had dropped down into the teens. Wasn't eating a lot. I wasn't eating as much as I should have been. Was skipping breakfast. And just wasn't hitting it as hard as I should in the gym. So for the past couple of weeks, I've turned the jets back on. Nice, Zach. Very nice. This is NASDAQ. Hopefully we push through this 5 minute gap here and get a move higher. We got London up there that I'd like to take out. We got Asia high above that. We could potentially pump all the way up there if we get a strong enough move here. Yeah, I feel you, GT. Yeah. Stick to your rules, man. If that's your kill zone, stick to it. Uh, 26, not always. Not always. Any time between like 6:45 and market open, I typically can find a good move in there. Not always, but there's pretty good price action. London's going on at that time. Yeah, Anthony, I do. I'm with you trading. Yeah, New York definitely has more volume to kind of drive price. I think it's 5 o'clock, isn't it, Porter? Know when that comes out? We hit CE of this gap. I'm going to move to break even. Aftermarket, so after 5. Getting a little rejection here off this 5 minute. I'm usually up by 5. I don't get on here. Typically, I don't stream until 9:30, but I'm trying out a new schedule. I have class at 11, so I have to get off of here by like 10:30. So I'm trying to find a time slot that I can still stream long enough to, do my thing. Economics is the major. What do you mean, Z? Bro, please tell me, how did you do that to only see in one place how many USD make or lose? I'm not super sure about the question. We're going to get stopped here after being up. Class, but you're rich? No, I'm not rich, man. It's NASDAQ futures. This is the first day that I've done a stream this early, I think. So, we'll see. Just playing it by ear. Were you break even on that, Zach? I have my stops below the wick low. At 5 minutes holding. It's unfortunate. Hello, Brazil. What's up? Lost 31. That's not bad. We had a major sweep down here. Nice, strong V-shaped recovery. A couple of inversions. Couple of creations of a 2 minute. Hoping to push through this 5. Still holding. Stops below the swing low. It's not looking good here, bro. Turtle soup. Stopped out, Zach? Yeah. Because when I trade in the trading view, see how much USD I will lose when the price hit the TP. You're trading on paper. This isn't paper. If you're trading paper, then yeah, you can see the, you'll be able to like drag this and set a stop loss. This is a funded account through a prop firm. Yeah, David, this is NASDAQ. What's up, Prince? How's it going, man? Definitely getting stopped here. Boom. All right, well, that 5 minutes holding strong. Gonna hit those stops and just take off back to the top. That would be my luck. Yeah, not a bad setup. I'm bullish right now. I mean, we're delivering out of this 1 hour. We had just swept a pretty major liquidity level underneath. We do have a 2 hour that we're fighting from earlier over there, but we got a 2 hour here, bullish, 2 hour inversion, bullish. The daily's bearish, but we got a 4 hour bullish. Daily's bearish, but I mean, everything below the daily is bearish. So trading I held, man, what happened? Hold. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of low resistance draws to the downside. We just took out a lot of it on that big pump down. All of that, we took all that out, and beyond that, I mean, there's really not a ton, but just wants to go down here. Yeah, because you got to cancel Noah. You have to if you're not wanting it to re-up on the blown account or whatever, then you have to cancel the subscription. Yeah, you got to cancel that. I had that happen to me last night too. A bunch of them renewed or whatever. I guess we're pushing, trying to take up some of this liquidity here, but swept London low. I'm surprised it wouldn't continue to London highs at that point. That would be the closest next big liquidity level. A lot closer than this. C-Palm, is it you? What's up, Dylan? How's it going, man? When I call it an A+ setup, I'd say it's a no, not necessarily A+. I'd say it was a B+ or an A-. I mean, you had a clear draw on liquidity, just had a major sweep, strong V-shaped recovery, a couple of inversions, and you got several confluences there that you're working with. But I mean, you're delivering out of the high time frame PD arrays of the 4 hour, the 2 hour, and the 1 hour. Yeah, Bly. Yeah. We'll see. Let's trade one of the day. The rule is one more trade and we're done. So we'll take another trade, see if we can get something to work with, hopefully. Immediate push back up here. Thanks, Robbie. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, this is NASDAQ futures. Look at this. It'd be like that. Yeah, syndicator's free. We're long right here on this tap back. Had a 2-minute inversion, 2-minute gap. Inverted this 2-minute right here. Opened on that tap back, stopped out right here, or stopped out right here. We'll see. We're going to be patient. We didn't really sweep anything there. I mean, that reversal is kind of just in the middle of the range. That's what kind of pisses me off. It's like we swept a London low here, had a candle, pretty significant candle closure below it, get a V-shaped out of it. I don't know. This is NASDAQ futures, not Forex. If I keep trading like that, Beaner, it's going to be negative, not in the positive. No, I'm up on the month. Only about, I've taken out only 2 or 3 payouts, so I'm only up like $5,000 or so in the month, I think, around there. I haven't done the math on it. Total profits in my account, I think, are closer to like 7.5 or 8, but I've only taken 3 withdrawals or 2 withdrawals, something like that. Nah, I lost some. I don't know why that's not showing there. Yeah, enough to pay the bills. What up, as if? We gotta take this phone call real quick. Hey, you. You okay? You're gonna be okay. What'd they say? Yeah. When are you picking them up? Why does it take that long? Do you explain to them that that's not?
Well, they don't call it no excitement. I'm going to call it no excitement because otherwise the other individuals who are coming and going to my house are going to probably not respect it very well. So, um, he said, I was like, you know, what about the other dogs in the house? And he said, you need to figure out for your dog if not seeing the other dogs causes blood pressure to spike and they're really concerned and they want to see the other dogs, and or if seeing the other dogs makes the blood pressure spike and they're like, oh my god, other dogs, and they're super excited. So I think for Cruzy, I'm going to need to keep him separated because he's much calmer when he doesn't see the other dogs. Sadie doesn't matter, but Chili will hype him up. So there's that. Um, so basically, it's like a no excitement protocol for 30 days, and then you can take him on a short walk, but he needs to have stuff left in the tank at the end of that walk. Like, he should not be tired at the end of the walk kind of walk.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Well, it sounds like it went well. So I'm sure they'll take good care of him.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
I just lost $320 times 14. We're having a great time over here.
Why, baby?
It was a good trade. Price is just acting fucking stupid. So
Well, your strategy worked 78% of the time.
it's crazy. All right. Well, I love you very much. I hope your day goes well.
I love you too.
You okay?
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
Gonna be okay. I'll talk to you in a little while. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh boy. Sorry about that. Had to call Trump real quick and have a chit chat. Figure out what he's got going on here. We had Powell. It was a three-way. It was me, him, and Powell. We were figuring things out. We got him straight. We should be good. He said price is getting ready to go up a lot. So no, I was actually, my girlfriend, her dog had to drop him off at the vet. He's having like some heartworm stuff going on, so she's all worked up about that. Understandably so. To the 4-hour high would be lovely. Yeah, it would be. 4-hour high was my TP earlier when we got stopped out on there. No, Kevin. No. There's several accounts that are pretending to be me trying to scam people. I'm sorry about that. I can't do anything about it. TikTok won't remove them. I've reported it. They're bad about not doing anything about those people. Yeah, Porter, I do. I do. Go to UNC. There's no red or orange folder news. I don't know, man. I mean, we're right there at the bottom of the 1 hour. We've touched past it. There's that 1 hour inversion below it. I really, to be honest, man, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what the heck we're doing. Days like this, you gotta be careful not to let it mess with your psyche. Yesterday was a doozy in the AM session. I think a lot of people got screwed. Not screwed, but they got caught on that short. Everybody was short down to looking to target London lows, and then I cut my trade early. A lot of people didn't. I got lucky with the PM session long to break even, but it kind of, if you're not careful, you'll be like, man, what the fuck am I doing? Do I need to go back to the drawing board? But you got to realize that things like this are just going to happen. As long as your risk management is appropriate, your wins are still going to far outweigh your losses. Yeah, we are, Zach. I was looking at that too. We're definitely fighting. You got the daily that's bearish here. We're inside of this daily bearish gap. 4 hour bullish, 4-hour bullish below it, 2-hour bullish, and then a bullish inversion below that. So I don't know if anybody really knows what's going on right now. I guess maybe I don't have enough. I mean, like I've said before, I've only been doing this 2.5 years. Maybe I don't have enough market experience to realize. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Usually I feel like I have a clear idea what price wants to do, but yeah, Tristan, that's after 5 p.m., right? Isn't that how that is? I was reading into that a bunch last night. They're not projected to be short on their earnings, but there's fear of sell-off just because. I'm not really sure what's inspiring that. I've heard people say they're expected to be a couple of billion short on their earnings. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. Did you? Okay. Just depends on which time frame you're really leaning into. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, maybe good for scalping. I don't know. Their AI is not doing well. It does sometimes, Nathan, but sometimes you get a move in anticipate, like you get a pretty strong move in anticipation of it. So we'll see. I mean, that 320 hit that I just took is a pretty significant hit. So we're gonna be very cautious in taking another trade. I'm tempted to just to take, honestly, man, I'm tempted to take the rest of the week off and wait until the start of the week next week after the holiday. Market's closed on Monday, right? Yeah, Labor Day. You don't edits. You should never have the mindset, I need to make that back. I don't think it's a binary choice of do I quit or make that back. I'd say there's more than two options there. What you need to do is analyze the setup, and if you feel like you took a good trade, don't beat yourself up about it. Just know that probability just wasn't in your favor on that trade, and move forward. Or if you made a mistake, figure out what the mistake was, learn from it, and move forward. But don't ever have the mindset of, like right now, I'm down $320 times 14 funded accounts right now. I'm not ever going to adopt that mindset of, man, I'm down $320. I got to make a trade to get $314 or $320 back. I got to do it. That'll get you in trouble. You'll end up losing more. Make it back plus some. Yeah, if you were in, let's say you were in one mini on that trade and you got stopped out, the best thing to do is now throw 5 minis on and just full port in the opposite direction of the trade you took before. Nah, Dean, I got 14 Apex and 5 TPT, so 17 total. That last Friday I made a bunch. I think if you're in the if you follow me or you're in the Discord, you saw I posted the P&L from last Friday. Made like 4K last Friday. Passed a bunch of evals. I don't see shit, man. I see a doji candle here and a doji there. I'm not, and then consolidation here. So I'm going to be super patient. We're just going to wait for market open. We got 3 minutes until that happens. Yeah, Dean, 20 is the goal, man. And the more I'm noticing that the more that I focus on it, the harder it's getting to do, which is crazy. So I think I'm just going to chill and just let God's plan play out, man. I know that sounds cliche or corny to some people, but it's like, I feel like the harder you press, sometimes you get the opposite result you're hoping for. So you just got to relax and let it happen. When I'm not trying to pass evals and I'm not like super focused on it, I feel like I just pass them in 2 seconds. Like I was up to 12 evals, blew 6 of them, got down to 6, and then I passed a bunch, literally just like chilling. Wasn't even really planning on trading, actually. I wasn't even really planning on trading. Absolutely, yeah. They don't pay out if you're doing stupid shit or you're not following the rules. If you're, my brother actually, he had a, if he's watching, sorry to tell your business, bro, but he had a payout denied last week or the week before because he didn't realize that on a 50K, on the funded account, until you reach your buffer, you can't trade more than 5 minis at a time. And he traded more than 5 minis. I think the only problem is they don't do a hard fault on that of telling you immediately the day of. They waited until he requested a payout like a week later to tell him that they were going to deny it. But he broke a rule that's clearly stated. You got to read the rules. I've never had a payout denied I know plenty of people that have, but they end up finding out, oh, I broke this rule that was clearly stated right here. And it's like, well, yeah, if they tell you the rules and you break them, they're not going to sit there and say, oh, we were just kidding. You know, like they got to protect themselves. We're pushing all the way back down to the PM low from yesterday. He scalps, so I kind of get it for his strategy. Like his average hold time is like 10 seconds or something. So, he'll he'll take bounces. He eats well in this sort of consolidation, so he's really just like a support and resistance guy. So he'll do like 5 minis and he'll sell right here and buy back like right there. And it's worked for him, but the problem is, when you're in this consolidation and you're doing that, and then all of a sudden you get a Draco, you got to make sure your stops are set. And Nathan, that's kind of my point. Even if that's your strategy of scalping, like on a funded, I can understand doing that 5, 6, 7 for your scalping on an eval, but on your funded, like don't rush it, man. Do 1 or 2. You're still gonna take $50, $100, $200, $300 or whatever per trade. No reason to. You got to think. Imagine if you were in like 6 minis right here, and all you're looking for is these small little moves. Like it's not crazy, but it would be crazy for us or at least for me, because that's not my strategy. We're looking for these. So you get this. I mean, you'd have to have super tight stops if you're trading that many contracts for our strategies, and it just doesn't work. That's why I like micros. Yeah. 6, 7. I don't know what that is, dude. I guess I'm at the point now where I've gotten too old to understand the social media stuff when it comes to like those trends. I really don't get that one. I've tried to understand it, but I'm just like, yeah, I guess I just hit that level. I'm too old now. Can anyone explain that? It's a song? Okay. I gotcha. I'm working on it, Edis. Working on it, man. Full pour to short down to PM lows here. It's not ideal. We're bouncing off this 30-minute inversion here. There's a 1 hour in there too, isn't there? Thought there was. For some reason, TradingView's taking a while to load. Yeah, there's a 1 hour here we're bouncing out of. We got another Tristan in here. What's the strategy? Buy low, sell lower. Buy high, sell higher. Buy 6, 7. I don't get it. Yeah, Fada. We did. Yeah, my strategy is I like to see red numbers. I was told when the numbers on your chart are red, like you see the red 320. I heard that was good. That's what you're looking for. So I've just been trying to do that. It's working. It's working well so far. Should I follow you or no? That's up to you, man. I would love to have you here if you want to hang out. Good vibes only. I use the 1 hour to mark out my chart. Bounced right off this inversion, pushed right back up. Didn't really sweep anything, just bouncing off the inversion. I don't know what are there religious stocks? No, my name's Christian. I am a Christian, and my name is Christian. Nate, what time frame are you in? Where do you live? He's talking about that right there, Zach. Uh, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, yesterday. Chopping broccoli right now. Yeah, I'm not interested in any of this so far. Could just be but price action today because we got no red or orange folder news, and then earnings are after market closes. So yeah, kind of like a no news Monday. I could go back to sleep right now, man. I haven't had enough coffee. I used to, Zach, when I was really like bodybuilding hard, I would get up at like 5 a.m. I'd go downstairs. I'd eat a ton of food. I'd eat, I mean, You should see the egg cooker that I have. It cooks 5 eggs at once. So I do the 5 eggs, whole eggs, and then I do like 2 cups of egg whites, bowl of oatmeal, bowl of Greek yogurt with fruit, and then I'd go right back to sleep. And it was like the best sleep, man. It'd be the best sleep. I'd wake up at like 8, 8:30, do it again. Yeah, Toothless. I like that name. Uh, I think you're right. I think we could just get some weird price action all day because of that. If you could see the 30-second chart I'm looking at right now, here, I can show it on here. I'm looking at it on NVIDIA, and it looks, that's the 30-second chart. Jay, I would, yeah, 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 pretty easily actually. I'm 6'5". Right now I'm sitting around like 220. Walking around, typically I'm around 230, but at my peak I was 250. So yeah, I mean the 1,000 club, yeah, for sure. I don't really deadlift a whole lot because I just don't think for me personally, the risk to reward is there. But I think it's a great exercise in terms of just full body engagement. No, 6'5", 6'5", not 6'7". You goober. 405 is the most I've hit on bench. But yeah, right now I work out with 315. I don't get it, but I'm laughing because I don't get it. Like it's funny because it's so obscure. Like I don't know, man. 6 7 year beast, appreciate that, man. It's tough when you're, especially when you're as tall as I am. I have super long legs. Deadlifting is like it's kind of it's not ideal. Maddie, I'm trying to be sweet to it. I was hoping to take it on a date, buy it some flowers, a little wine and dine action, maybe some lobster, little surf and turf. Talk real sweet to it. Maybe it'd take care of me. You know the deal. No, I got kind of chilly today. Uh, when I went to go eat breakfast at the dining hall earlier, and I was like, I want to wear my vest, and this is the only long sleeve shirt I have here, so just threw it on. Exactly. So far, they're not treating me well. Little fish and chips never hurt anybody. You know the deal, Mikey. You know the deal. When you look good, you feel good. MES pushing. Yeah, we're a little decoupled there. It's a nice little SMT, a pretty large SMT there. Go for longs and pretend you're not looking. As soon as you look at it, it starts going in the other direction. Yeah, it's kind of weird how I'm wondering. This has to be a direct correlation with the Nvidia earnings anticipation, because I'm reading that their earnings are expected to perform well. Uh, so I don't know. That's a pretty large difference there, especially for ES to be making that difference. Mikey, how you doing, man? How's school? You need to text me, bro. I need to make a trip up there. The leaves are starting to change, I would imagine, in the next month or so. Perfect time to make a little trip to the mountains. Earnings come out after 5. That's what I'm reading. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. 4:30ish. Yeah, it said aftermarket, which 4:30 would be right around it. Yeah. Yeah, it's massive, man. What's up with that? Let's all just get off the charts, man. What if everybody, like everybody, not just retail traders, just everybody stopped trading at the same time? Just completely got out. Wonder what the market would do. Just crash. Yeah, just watch it go completely flat. Just wouldn't move, maybe. We're looking for a trade lay, but we're not going to force anything. I took a trade. I'm already licking my wounds over here. The market would have to become a day trader and sell a course. That's funny. That's the whole reason I don't want to sell a course, man. I feel like there's such a stigma around it. Well, multiple reasons. One, clearly I'm not at the level I need to be at to even consider that. But two, I feel like there's just such a stigma about it. There are some people that sell some information that is actually useful, but I feel like for the most part you can get the majority of it for free. Yeah, I don't want to, and the time and attention. I already feel obligated to like respond to people in the chat and give them information. Imagine if someone was actually paying you. Like I'd feel like a piece of crap if I didn't give them the attention that they're paying for. I got too much going on to be doing that. Powell trades, not news guys, not news guy. I like Powell. I haven't watched him trade before, but just based on like the things I see him post, he seems like a genuine dude. But I mean, you never know. Am I green for the week? I think so, yeah, but barely. I'm closer to break even than anything, I think, for the week. I'm up for the month. It has not been the best week, to be honest. Oh, you're talking about Jerome Powell? August has been rough for a lot of people, dude. How do you stay so patient? I got tired of having to reset my accounts. I think once you start making money, man, you realize that, and you say, okay, well, what did I do to just achieve that? When I got my first payout, it wasn't because I was taking a lot of trades. I was just taking really good trades. I had days where I wasn't taking any trades, and that's when I started making more money. When I actually started making money. So it's kind of like when you connect the dots on that, you realize, okay, I don't need to take a trade. It gets rid of some of that anxiety of feeling like you have to be in the market. You get your first payout today, dude. That's huge. Record it, like for yourself. I wish I had done that, man. I feel like that's something like you can look back on, especially when you're feeling down or you're feeling like, dude, what am I doing? I'm lost. You can look back on that and be like, at one point I did know what it took to be successful. So definitely memorialize it somehow. How many Apex accounts? I have 14 funded right now. I had 6 evals, but because of last night, I had a bunch that renewed that I forgot to cancel. So I think I have like 15 evals on top of 14 fundeds or something stupid like that right now. Something ridiculous. and then I have 5 take profit trader fundeds. Taking one trade's great, man. Most successful traders will be one and done for the day if they're green. For what, Hayden? Indicator for what? Yeah, I've traded Top Step. That's who I got my first payout with, was Top Step. Yeah, I think they're still a top tier firm. I just don't trade them. I don't want to be stuck trading on Top Step X. I use the ICT kill zone indicator to. I'll show you what it does, but this is the indicator right here. Those are the times that I have manually inputted. But this is what it looks like. So it'll break the sessions up like this, and then I'll just mark the highs and the lows with the ray tool. If you join the Discord, I have a video that shows exactly how I do this every morning. It's free. Obviously I'm not selling anything, but the indicator settings are in there also. And I did fix the link in my bio for the Discord. I should double check on that, actually. There was something I meant to do with that. The link in the link tree is fixed. I think the link in the bio might still need some attention that I'm about to give it right now. I appreciate that, AD. I try, man. I have my moments. I'm human, dude. I have my moments where I'm a little ill. Mostly because I haven't had enough coffee today. Not a great excuse, but it's the truth. I was getting a little frustrated with those guys this morning coming in here. I can't stand when people come in here and act like, bro, what are you doing? Don't you know that we're short here? It's like, dude, you don't know that. Like, you have an idea and that's your opinion, but you don't know that. No one knows that. You're not Nostradamus over here. It's a silly thing. It's ignorant in my opinion, because I think the minute you start thinking you have the market figured out, you're going to get cooked. But I appreciate you saying that, AD. Yeah, link should be fixed in the bio. There we go. Yeah, there's link in bio for the Discord and link on the link tree, just in case you need 2 different locations to find it. Hey, somebody said, give me a trade. I said full port to PM lows, man. It would have played out close. I mean, it's pushing back up a little bit now, but did you learn ICT? Yeah, ICT 2022 mentorship. I went through that whole series. I highly recommend it. Aquatism, that's all in the Discord. I put all that in the Discord. Try it again, Hayden. I just updated it. Either use the Linktree link or use the copy and paste the link that's in my bio. It's a good series, man. It's a good series. T-Trades has a series too called Foundation, and it's very, very similar. But he's a little more tolerable he's a lot more tolerable to listen to. So, color is my background. It's again, all this is in the Discord. That's the code for it right there. B8B8B8. All right, Zach. Sorry about that, man. Sorry you're having a rough day. Smart to get off the charts, though, bro. I appreciate it. I don't know about that, Danny. I feel like it does help not to have the red and green. PA is not good. PA is not the best right now. We're edging this stop. We're decoupled like crazy on, not decoupled, but I'd say we're pretty strong SMT there on ES and NQ. I do not go live PM session. No, I'm in class, man. I have class generally after I get off of here. I'll have class until either like 5 or 6 at night, depending on the day. And then I hit the gym immediately after that. Hit the dining hall. Come back here, shower, and immediately start doing schoolwork. And then I'm in bed by 10, up at 5, and I do it all over again. Yep. Rev, that's it. Yeah, Jackson, sit on your hands. Just watch it. I wouldn't get into this. Don't feel the need to trade this. We didn't sweep anything here. It's just reversing out of I mean, it took this, I guess that's maybe an order block down there, but you'd think it would want to take this liquidity first and run with that. But that's a 15-minute wick right there. I have no interest in trading that. Yeah, Killzone doesn't have they're lacking severely on their indicators. You got to use TradingView. Entered on the wick, short or long? If you're long, you're sitting pretty off of that. I mean, that's a 15-minute 42-point candle right there. Or excuse me, a 5-minute 42-point candle. There you go, man. Love to hear it. Yeah, take that 800 and call it a day. Smart. Nice work. I need to get a soundboard so I can do like a clap. Get like an ovation when people say stuff like that because I like hearing it. I think it'd be kind of cool. Rips does that. It's funny. Shorted and made 3K, dude. You're crushing it. I appreciate that. God bless you too, man. Down 400. Yeah, I'm down 320. Can you guys see that on the screen? Does it show that P&L right there in the middle of the screen? Is that clear to see? Yeah. I was hoping you'd say no. Just kidding. Blue, you're funded? Absolutely, Ernest. I highly recommend that for sure. Yeah, I've always said I think that it doesn't take most people long to learn the the basics of market structure and price action and all of that, liquidity, all the major concepts. The thing that takes the longest is the psychology. It's clear as day. Take a screenshot of it. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Jack, this is NASDAQ futures. Any advice for the mental aspect of trading? Great question. I would recommend, well, I think most of it comes, the psychology is kind of like a muscle, man. The more that you force yourself to do certain things, like take a loss and get off the charts, or take a loss, take one more trade and win or lose, get off the charts, Implement some rules that you start to follow. And the more that you follow them, you're not going to be perfect. You're going to break them occasionally. But the more that you try very hard to do that, it's going to build a muscle in your brain that allows it to become easier. It's never going to be easy, but it's going to become easier. And also, I think you could read, if books help you at all, there's a couple of really good books. One is called The Best Loser Wins. Highly recommend that. Trading in the Zone, very good book. I think those are two great places to start. Most of it comes from practice, though, man. It's not easy to force. It's like going to the gym. It's super hard once you start, but the more you do it, the better you get. Would you say the 1 minute fair value gap is valid? I don't like this wick, dude. This is a 15-minute candle here. I'm not liking any of that, to be honest. I think we're rejecting out of that 1 hour, aren't we? Yeah, this 1 hour inversion here. But I'm not seeing anything that's clear and concise to take a trade off of. Pass my eval Friday and have it traded since this PS. Hey, that's smart, dude. That's smart. Yeah, for sure, Nathan. The results start to become, I don't know if I'd say addictive, but it's like you realize what works and what doesn't, and you start to want to, you have a drive to start to stick to the things that do work. Gold, I don't think is where beginners should start, man. I think even experienced traders struggle on gold. They do. They make a lot of money, but man, I can tell you, I've seen a lot of people lose everything on gold. I personally don't trade it. I think Nasdaq and specifically ES, because it typically moves a little slower. It's worth each movement, each point is worth more, but it moves slower. I think that's a good beginner place to start. All those Jonah, all those settings are in my Discord in the settings tab. But that's how you do it. No, Discord's free. Discord's free. I don't sell anything. I will never DM you asking you about your crypto or your trading or any of that. Got a 5-minute inversion there. We just got New York PM lows resting down here, though, so that'd be a tough trade to take. It's also a pretty wide stop. Yeah, it's in the bio. I'm studying economics. Very wicky. Look at these 5-minute wicks, man. Yeah, there's definitely an S&T there, but I don't know if it doesn't seem like they're kind of decoupled on their movements, so I wouldn't rely too heavily on an S&T here. Honestly, guys, this price action is not something you really want to get too involved in right now. I'd be super patient. Wait until something's convincing. Maybe even wait until the PM session. This is not price action that is interesting. Yeah, you could flip a coin and pick a direction and you might get lucky, but I'm not seeing anything that's like, holy cow, that's a great setup. Did you copy and paste it into your browser, Nate? Copy and paste it into your browser. If that doesn't work, I'll just put it in the chat. I thought I had this fixed. No, I don't have two TikTok accounts, man. This is the only one. There's some scammers trying to pretend to be me. I can't get TikTok to remove them. I will never add you and DM you and do any of that kind of crap. If you see something like that, it's sketchy. If you have even an inclination that it's sketchy, it is a scammer. Don't go for any of that crap. Why was I bearish? I actually wasn't, man. That's why I got stopped out on that long. Got stopped out right here. We were trying to target London high. Thought we had a setup. We had a 2-minute inversion. It was here, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. On the tap back of that 2-minute inversion, I opened the trade. We went into profit a little bit and then just dumped on us. Yeah, exactly. At least you're not blowing accounts. Appreciate the follows. Yeah, sitting in chop for sure. Pushing off of that 5-minute inversion there. You're in a short, Danny, down to were you targeting PM low? Uh, Raiders, I'm not in anything here. I mean, you could justify a long, but I with New York PM low sitting this close, I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable taking that trade. We are delivering out of this 1 hour inversion here. Got a 1 hour bearish inversion above us. This is just not price action I want to get involved in. Probably shouldn't have taken that long pre-market, but I don't regret it. You know, you could say, why did you take that? Well, we swept major level here off of that sell-off. After that sell-off, nice recovery. Inverted a gap, created a gap. You had a 2-minute inversion there. You had a creation of a 2-minute bullish inversion there. We entered off the retest of the inversion. We got it to respect the inversion. We got a rejection off of this 5-minute, though, pretty hard, and then stopped out. So I thought we would sweep London. Typically what price likes to do, especially in the AM pre-market, it'll sweep. London will typically sweep Asia low or Asia high and then go sweep the other one. So we had just swept London low, and I was expecting us to now push to London high, and then price kind of does what it wants from there, but did not get that action. Down 215. Yeah, it's tough. What's your sizing, Jonah, and what's your target? That's a inverted 5-minute gap, bearish inversion. We also got a bearish 1 hour gap sitting right here. What watch I got on? This is the I don't know if you can see that. It's just a little Yacht Master. It's pushing hard off that 5-minute inversion. See how it reacts. It's about to touch into this 1 hour here. Zuriel, I wouldn't. You're asking what I would do personally. I mean, there's many different strategies out there, but my strategy is I don't like to get into a trade unless we've swept some sort of major level. So that's kind of the middle of the range here. And I haven't seen a sweep of anything major down here. We got PM lows still right here. So me personally, for my strategy, I'm not seeing something I want to get involved in at this point. If we had just swept a level like this PM low, this setup would be looking pretty juicy. It would start to get there. But with the way price has been acting today, man, it's kind of tough for me to sit here and want to risk my second trade, my last trade of the day on something like this when we'd have to have pretty long stops. You know, if you're shorting this off of the 1 hour, you still are going to have to work through a couple of inversions here. I don't know, man. It's just like I don't have a clear idea of where price wants to go right now. So appreciate that one. Appreciate that, man. I'll show it to you. Since you're a watch guy, you might like it. Definitely not sitting here bragging, but it's got the Carolina blue hands on it. The second hand, it's like a Carolina blue color. It's kind of sick. It's just subtle, you know. It's clean and subtle. I don't like the oyster bands as much as I like the Jubilee bands. Jubilee bands, I think, look a lot better. Fossil watches, nice. Yeah, it's the this is the 3-minute. If you look at the background, you can see whatever time frame I'm on. It says it on the back, 15, 5, 30. So, hey, they last. I tell you, you can't go wrong with a G-Shock, dude. I got this Royal Oak case for my G-Shock. It's kind of sick, dude. It's got like the bronze hands for the I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's got the bronze hands for the G-Shock, and then you got the Royal Oak. It's a pretty substantial Royal Oak band on it, case. It's kind of nice. I like it. I like wearing this around. They're good watches, man. It's not super heavy, but I mean it feels substantial. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel cheap, but it's not like a weight on your hand. It's not like a weighted. Nah, the case is. I think you can still get them. You should be able to still get them, but I think it's less than $200 or around it. It's not bad at all. Look up Royal Oak G-Shock cases. You can find them. There you go, France. Francie, are you into watches? Might pay for the 25K eval tomorrow. Nice, man. Got out with 18 loss. Where was your entry? TP1 close. Joan, I didn't see what you said your sizing was. If it's the top of this move here, I would imagine either, is this your first TP right here? I would think your first TP would be this wick high that we just hit. Or is it this high? Let me get some of this crap off the chart. 23,550 was your entry. I see. So you had a tight stop on that. I got you. That is a very tight stop. Yeah, the wick. Okay. Full TP is London high, or is it this wick high? I use Tradeovate for Apex. 586. Okay, so yeah, that wick high. Yeah, it's a good long then. Yeah. I just couldn't justify it with PM low resting right there. Full at London high, yeah. This is the move, the exact move I was thinking that we were going to make down here when I took that long up to London highs. It looks like we're getting it played out here, though. ES is pumping. Yeah, it happens, Tyler. It does happen. I'm not sweating it, man. Lost 400 revenge trading. Were you short? You had to be short, right? You were long? Did you get stopped out on this wick back? Yeah. It's tough, man. I don't like, was there a gap you were using as your stop? See, that's why I was saying I would have to have a wide stop on this, because if I had gotten in on the 5, my stops would have been wick low here. Or, I mean, maybe wick low here. But most likely the swing low would have been my stop on that 5-minute inversion. If I was long right here, which I wouldn't have been long on a touching into this 5-minute inversion, bearish inversion, but my stop would have been below this, and it's too wide. I don't like having those wide stops. That's why I say people talk about RR, and it's like I don't focus on that. I focus on a good entry. I guess inadvertently I'm focusing on RR, but that would be a 42-point stop right there. That's a pretty large stop. Or you could say that wick right there, which 26 and a half points, but still. Target would have been London. It's not a bad RR. Even this isn't a terrible RR, but it's not what I would want to do. Not on fundeds. This entry right here would have been more ideal. Yeah, a tap on that 1 minute right there would have been ideal. But, I mean, who's to say that's not going to just fall and go take out that PM low there? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Full TP. All out. Nice, Jay. I'm not in, Adam. I shit the bed once already this morning. Missed the big short. Missed another short. And missed this long. I'm going to switch him back over to paper. I call it quits, man. I'm just kidding. Feels like that sometimes. It's like, fuck. Any lifts to help build your back? Yeah, exactly, Jay. Um, any lists that help me build my back? Bent over rows are really good. Barbell rows, T-bar rows, yeah. Pull-ups. I think rows are pretty pretty good mass builders for your back. I think I posted a back picture not that long ago on my story. I've been trying to focus on my back and get that, especially my lower back. 23,605. I see your thinking there, but you got to remember London High is right above that, and then Asia above that. So don't do it, Maddie. How do you think I feel? You got to have patience. It's not worth it. All right, Jonah. Congrats on that. Nice trade, man. Aqua Trades just made 2.5 on longs. Very nice. I did talk. We took one earlier and got. We were long off of a 2-minute inversion and 2-minute bearish or bullish retest. We were targeting London highs, but price did not want to go there yet. Came down, took these lows first. Now it looks like it's headed there. That's a good workout, Jay. That's a really good workout. Like varying the degree on the bench. Do you when you do that? Do you do like elbows at like a 45 degree, or you do more like a 90? I feel like when you're at a 45, it's more lats, and then when you're at a 90, it's more like your rhomboids. Hey, talk. Green is green, man. Nice work. I hit back last night, dude, and I think I tweaked something in my lower lat, like almost towards my oblique. Either that or I'm just getting old and I'm sore. Nice. Yeah, Jay, I feel you. Yeah, it could be both. Could be old, so I tweaked something. Yeah, Sasha. Yes, just pumping, man. Nice, Jackson. Very nice. Could just be a zit, Ant, or a bruise. You would know if you pop something in your bicep, man. I watched a guy blow out his bicep tendon once. It sounded like a shotgun went off. Not really. That was the guy that blew out his pec. But I did watch the guy blow out his bicep tendon, and it like it was nasty, dude. Immediately like purple. When I was in high school, the guy on catcher on my baseball team blew out his pec on bench press, and that was, dude, that was gnarly. That's the kind of crap that scares me, man. FOMO got me today. It's tough, dude. So who called that short at 6:03? Let's see if that actually plays out. I swear, some of you guys will sit there and call like an exact level, and it does it. I'm just like, you must be using Bookmap or something. I got to get better about that. Yeah, it was UT. You did sell 6:03. Let's see if it plays out, man. Bookmap is something that shows you where the orders are stacked up. Basically, it's an in-depth order book. Basically, very in-depth. It almost looks like a heat map. Yeah, I mean, it's just getting right to these levels. And I guess ES is leading, man. It's a lot of liquidity to take up there. Yeah, Bookmap there is. It's expensive. It's definitely not worth it. Well, it is worth it, but until you learn it, I feel like it's kind of complicated. I've been struggling to learn it, and I haven't had time to dedicate to it. The guys who I know who use it, they have great success. So I think it's worth it once you learn it. Rips talks about it a lot. He uses it, and he said it took him a couple years to get it. Just got your first payout. That's awesome, man. All right, Talk. Have a good day, man. God bless you too. I appreciate you. Teresa, it's an order flow order book. Shows you where all the orders are stacked up. It looks like one big, almost like a sonar, almost like a fish finder. Shows you where all the fish are. No, it's not, Nathan. But I think you can simplify it. I've messed around with the settings and gotten it to look cleaner. Like I mean, I'm sure you've picked up by now. I like to have pretty clean charts. So yeah, I'm kind of a stickler about that. But you can mess around with it. But even then, it's still, you're right. It is kind of complicated. Good timing, Tristan. I'm about to get off, so I'll read that. That'll be the last thing we'll do here. We're going to read the verse of the day. 1 John 2:27. As for you, the anointing you receive from him remains in you, and you do not need anyone to teach you. But as his anointing teaches you about all things, and as that anointing is real, not counterfeit, just as it has taught you, remain in him. Amen to that. Amen. Appreciate that, Tristan. Payout finally hit. Jay, nice. I knew it. I had a feeling it would. That still took longer than I would have expected. Maddie, I got to go to class now, unfortunately. I would love to continue to sit here. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I have class at 11, so I can't stick around for those. But on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I can trade pretty much until 11:30 or 12. All right, guys. On Monday and Wednesday, you don't really like us. You know better, Nathan. You guys have a good one, man. Take it easy. If you're green, don't give it back. If you're red, don't overtrade trying to revenge trade. Be smart. You guys have a good one. Later. See you tomorrow, man.